You know what's kind of crazy? I've been playing Counter-Strike for over 20 years now. 20 years. That honestly feels impossible to say out loud, because in my head, part of me still feels like the kid sitting at the family computer in 2004, loading into servers after school. And back then, gaming felt different. Not necessarily better, just simpler. You'd come home, jump on Counter Strike, and suddenly hours disappeared without even thinking about it. No stress about productivity, no worrying about building a career, no pressure to constantly optimize your life. Just the game. And honestly, there's something beautiful about that. The weird thing is, even now, after all these years, Counter-Strike still gives me that feeling sometimes. Not every match, obviously. Sometimes Premiere makes me question my sanity completely. But underneath all the frustration, all the missed shots, all the cheaters, all the terrible teammates, there's still something about this game that feels special to me. And I think part of it is because Counter-Strike has followed me through almost every stage of my life. Different homes, different jobs, different versions of myself. The game was always there somewhere in the background. And when I really think about it, I think that consistency means more to me than I realized, because life changes constantly. People change, circumstances change, and you change. But certain things remain familiar. And sometimes familiarity becomes comforting, especially as you get older. I think gaming means something very different to adults than people will realize sometimes. When you're younger, gaming is mostly excitement and dopamine. But when you're older, sometimes gaming becomes peace, a place where your brain finally slows down for a while. And honestly, I think that's part of why I still love Counter-Strike so much. Because when I queue a match, life becomes simpler for a little while. Not easy, definitely not easy, but simpler. You focus on the next round, your positioning, what utility to use, your teammates, and your aim. And for a while, all the other noise disappears into the background. And that feeling matters, especially in modern life where it constantly feels like your brain is overloaded with information all the time. You have phones, news, stress, expectations, and kind of my nemesis, pressure. Counter-Strike strips things down into something simple. It's focus and improvement. And maybe that's why so many people keep coming back to games they grew up with. Not just because of nostalgia, but because those games still make them feel connected to themselves somehow. There's also something really satisfying about improvement in Counter-Strike, and I think that's why this game survives year after year. Because no matter how long you play, you can still get better. You can improve your movement, your positioning, your decision making, your confidence even. And even after thousands of hours, there's still another level to reach. And honestly, that's motivating, especially during periods of life where everything else feels uncertain. Right now, my goal is still to reach 20k in Premiere. And if you watch my recent videos, you know the grind has not gone smoothly lately. I dropped hard, like really hard. But weirdly enough, I still enjoy sitting down and trying again, because the process itself feels meaningful. Not just the rank, but the improvements, routine, the atmosphere, and even simple moments. Like making coffee before queuing, warming up, listening to the menu sounds, and loading into Mirage for the millionth time. Those little moments become part of your life after enough years. And honestly, I think gaming gets unfairly judged sometimes. People, or most people, see gaming as wasted time. But I completely disagree with that. Because games can give you comfort, it can give you community, goals, routine, competition, some sort of escapism, but also friendships. And even purpose sometimes, at least for me. And no, gaming should not replace real life completely. But I also think people underestimate how much games can genuinely help people through difficult periods of life. Counter-Strike has definitely did that for me. Not because it solved my problems in any way, but because it gave me something to care about consistently. Something familiar, something grounding. Honestly, I think there's a value in that. I also love that Counter-Strike doesn't care who you are outside of the server. The game does not care what job you have, how much money you make, whether you're successful or not, or whether your life feels messy. Once the match starts, everyone starts at zero. And there's something strangely freeing about that. For a little while, life becomes communication, teamwork, timing, focus, and adaptation. It's simple things, and it's human things. And maybe that sounds dramatic for a video game, but I genuinely think competitive games bring out real parts of people. Take confidence, frustration, leadership, tilt for some people, but also patience. Counter-Strike exposes all of it eventually. I don't know where this creator journey goes long term. I genuinely don't. Maybe I will hit 20k in Premiere. Maybe I eventually reach a higher rank. Maybe this channel slowly grows into something meaningful over time. I have no idea. But what I do know is this. I still love gaming. Not in a fake content creator way, not because it's trendy, but I love the atmosphere, the competition, the process of this whole journey, the memories I create, and the feeling of slowly improving over time. And honestly, guys, I think that passion is why I keep coming back, even on my most difficult days. So, if you're someone who still loves gaming too, even as life gets more complicated, I think that's a beautiful thing. Seriously. Because holding on to things that still make you feel excited, calm, connected, or even alive, it matters more than people think. And maybe that's why Counter-Strike still means so much to so many people after all these years. It's not just a game for a lot of us. It actually became part of our lives. And that's just how things are. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you want to follow this journey. Alright, see you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.